Greetings, captains. I am Wizard, and welcome to part 1 of my Starfield combat progression series. I got this idea from the footage you're about to see, which was an encounter at one of my outposts. I was just finishing up the interior tour of the Citadel and noticed that my outpost was being assaulted by these Ecliptic. At the time of filming this, my character was at level 50, and these are all level 5s. They should be hilariously underpowered versus a level 50 player. And so I set the goal to become a combat god in Starfield. So that's what we're going to do in this series of videos. Starting at level 50 and going to whatever level we need to achieve, we're going to obtain every one of the best combat skills the game has. And along the way, we're going to be greatly upgrading our gear level and quality and becoming much more effective in combat. So I hope you enjoy this series. I know it is a little bit different for my channel, but hopefully doing something other than just ship builds will entertain you guys, and hopefully you can learn something along the way as I do. By the end of this video, my character will be at level 60, and once we get there, we're going to go get the Razor Leaf. So here I am at level 50 with the same armor that I got in my starter outpost guide, the Vitinium Mine build. We really need to upgrade this. It's been great, but let's get something better. Now, as far as skills go, you can see I have nothing in the physical tree, and there's some very good skills to get for combat in here. So we definitely need to focus on that as we rank up through this series. Social, there's not really anything directly related to combat in here. And then we have the combat tree, which speaks for itself. So we obviously have nothing in this tree either. We've been focused on ship builds and a little bit of outpost building. So this is another tree that we really need to focus on through this series. And then we have the science tree, which I have put a few points into medicine and 1 rank of spacesuit design and weapon engineering. And then the tech tree, which really has the boost pack skills that are very useful in combat too. So we're going to be ranking these up as well, and they should dramatically change how we can approach combat situations. So I had a point available, I went ahead and threw that into ballistics. Now, as far as my starting gear goes, everything is pretty run-of-the-mill, mixed bag from the best stuff that I have found up to this point, which has mainly just been running missions. And one last look at the suit before we get into this. The ship I'm going to fly for part 1 is the Citadel, and if you haven't built this one yet, I highly recommend it. It's got every hab in the game, and all the firepower you need, and great cargo. To start this progression journey, I decided to go chase down some artifacts, because sometimes those missions throw you into some good combat.
This never gets old. Lift off!
Our first artifact hunt brings us to Mithras.
It's clear. Initiate.
So, I hear you've been making yourself pretty useful on the ship.
So once you're off the ship, all you need to do is find your mission marker. So I'm just going to run over to that real quick, and thanks to the help of editing, I can save you some time and make this a little quicker. Gross. Can't tell what they're shooting at. They're probably trying to kill one of those xeno grubs too. But either way, let's do some scouting a little bit and get to it.
They may be nearby. Take much more. You're not walking out of here. There you are.
There you are. Oh, you're going down.
Nothing useful in this room, just being a pack rat and rummaging around for anything at all. Mainly just some ammo and med pack or two. Once you've finished off a group of enemies and you're safe, always remember to loot the area. Get into every nook and cranny, pick up everything that's of value so you can sell or so you can use for yourself. Now in this case we know we still have some enemies to clear out, but they're on the interior cell because we have an artifact to go and locate down there.
Gotcha. One over here.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Alright, starborn down, let's pick up the artifact and have our bad trip. Now when I left Mithras, I got attacked. And if you didn't know, ship combat is one of the best ways to gain XP in the game. That isn't some sort of an exploit.
We're here, Captain. Shields are down. We got them,
You're in over your head.
Easy peasy. Now we can land and get our second artifact, and hopefully we find a fight. Okay, enough time wasted on this. Let's go straight for the loot and go freeform exploring.
time to greet the stars.
Now, occasionally, when I spawn in space and orbit, I get bounty hunter spawns, and that's from the wanted trait.
Their shields are gone. Gone! Target's grab drive is down. So sorry.
Just collapsed offline.
Got their grab drive.
Freeform exploration is one of the best ways to upgrade your gear and increase your power in Starfield. So what you want to do is find a system out there that is roughly 10 levels above your character. And I play on very hard mode, and if I can get through this stuff on very hard, you can too. No doubt about it. Just take your time and stay behind cover, and you'll be just fine. And that is part of the reason for showing all of this mundane combat footage, so that at the end of this road we'll be able to look back on this video and compare the two side by side. I think that's going to be the most interesting part of this series, is to really see the difference from start to finish. So because my character is at level 50, I have chosen to go to the Decaron system, and we're going to go to Decaron 1, which is a temperate planet. And from what I have found and from what I have read, you have good chances on a temperate planet in the habitable zone to find some good loot. Along with that, there is much more likely to be alien life that is also pretty decent for farming XP if you can find large enough herds of them. So we're going to go ahead and land here. There's no planetary markers, but when I'm doing this, what I like to do is land the ship, but don't exit right away. If you want to be able to tell quickly whether or not this is a planet worth getting out and exploring on foot, look around in third-person view when you're still in the ship on the landing pad, and just go all the way around your ship until you find something like this, which is simply a human-built structure. So if you see one of these, go ahead and explore. It's probably a good spot.
Captain, do you recall require my assistance.
So once you're out of your ship, of course you want to pull up your hand scanner and see what you see in the surrounding area. What you're looking for ideally are structure markers. If you see any number of those, it's probably worth looking around. But keep your eyes open because you may come across some hostile life forms.
Come then. Meet your threat neutralized.
Once you are able to get to your intended destination, get over there, but approach cautiously. What you are looking for is spacers because they carry the widest assortment of gear. Alright, the fight's over with, we got through it. I didn't really pick up anything that notable, but I was able to get a new spacesuit and helmet and pack, which was one of the goals that I had. I definitely still need to find some better guns to continue forward, and by the end of the video I definitely have found some better weapons. I visited a few other locations, but while we're on this planet, I definitely decided it would be a good idea to check out some more of these structure markers.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
Hunting cockroaches are definitely not to be underestimated. But now that these are dealt with, we can move along and we come across this forgotten military base, which sounds like a perfect location to loot. Let's get down to business and see what we can find. So after all this, I had only hit level 51, but I felt like I had a pretty good set of gear that I could work with, and I wanted to speed this process up, so it was time to take the Citadel out and pick some fights.
Time to greet the stars.
If you have seen any of my ship build videos, you've seen me do this a bunch of times. In my opinion, this is the best way to get XP fast without using some form of exploit or monotonously spamming your craft button at an industrial workbench. That just doesn't sound like fun to me. So go to the Serpentis system and just jump from planet to planet, and you will almost always get a ship spawn.
Jumping out of here.
Yes!
Enemy grav drive out of position. Target's jump system down.
Target's grav drive is down. So sorry, folks.
And with level 60 under our belts, that means we have what we need for this episode. Let's move on and go get our skills that we want to start with. So here we are at level 60. Let's start with the science tree because I definitely want to research and do some more upgrades on my suits and my weapons. So let's take spacesuit design and weapon engineering rank 2. Definitely want to get these boost pack ranks. So boost pack training rank 3 and boost assault training rank 2 we're going to take. Now let's get rank 2 of ballistics since we opened that one up through combat. And let's move over to the physical tree. And we do want to take 4 ranks in this tree so we can unlock the next tier for gymnastics. So first we're going to come back over to the combat tree and grab shotgun certification rank 1. Very useful. And then we want to come back over to the physical tree and grab rank 2 of wellness. We're going to do rank 1 of stealth just to unlock the ability. We're going to take rank 1 of fitness. That's 4 points in the physical tree. So in our next episode we can unlock the second tier of this skill tree. We need to work on the combat tree some more. We need 1 more point in the first tier to unlock the second tier. And now, since we have the ability to research more upgrades, let's go do that. But before we do that, make sure you go to your aid tab and take some Neurajack. So the rest of the video is going to be breezing through these research projects and just a quick glossary of the weapons that I picked up through today's episode, all the footage that I took. I thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this content. I want to make more installments of this series because I think it'll be a very interesting thing to see the complete progression of someone with virtually no combat skills to someone with all of the combat skills, and how that affects a player's ability to approach a combat situation. So have a look at the things that I finish off here on our new weapons and get us prepped for the next episode, and I will see you in the next one. FPS for those of you still watching. My next video is going to be getting the Razor Leaf, which means we're going to be redesigning the Razor Leaf, because I felt I hadn't really done that yet. The Basilisk is definitely a great ship that I built over the Razor Leaf, but it wasn't a redesign in any way. So the next video, since we reached level 60, it's going to be my first in-game build of this playthrough, and it is a redesign of the Razor Leaf. It will be called the Scythe, and you guys are going to love some of the choices that I made. It's definitely not like any of the other ships that I've built up to this point. Cheers, thank you for watching to this point if you have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.